Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is your favorite luxury handbag vlogger. Now if you're here, it's probably because we have something in common. Our addiction to handbags. Yay! So I tried to fight it for a bit, but let's just be honest. I'm going to give you the 10 reasons today why I am the biggest bag hag. Well, maybe not the biggest, there are people with more bags than me, but I definitely have a handbag addiction. Follow along and let me know which category you fall into. Now, reason number 1, everyone has a vice. Our vice, and the reason why you're here in YouTube and the reason why you found my channel is that we love handbags. I love handbags and accessories, necklaces, wallets, sunglasses, but particularly handbags. I don't know why. I can't explain it. There could be other things. There are worse things that people are into, like Coke or heroin. Thank God it's not one of those, or even gambling. But you know, men have their cars and their watches and their cigars. Some people have wine. Some people have Labubus, Pokemon cards. Everyone has to have their something or several somethings. And obviously mine is handbags, or one of many things. But the one thing I've built my channel on is the bags. Now, number 2, the addiction. Let's not miss the elephant in the room because not too long ago, I tried to stop the addiction. I have enough handbags. I have to stop. I'm getting on that hamster wheel of wanting more and more. At one point in my life, I thought it was the goal to have the Louis Vuittons, to have the Chanel's, to have the Hermes to show off to people. And it kind of became this obsession in my head that wasn't connected to my true self. Because it's not about the money, it's not about how much you spend. I collect all types of bags, mostly affordable, low-end affordable bags because I like them. And telling myself to stop shopping would be like cutting off my left foot. Now, this topic came up from my viewer who said, hey, can you do a video about people who just love bags, okay? Because it's okay. Now, if you have a lot of bags like me, there's a certain strategy for doing so. I tried to carry a handbag, a different handbag every day of the week, every day of the month. Sometimes I might double up here and there, but it's a lot of fun, and in that essence, my bags last for a really long time. Now, there's the other consumer, and I actually didn't know this existed until I worked at Louis Vuitton, that people would buy one Louis Vuitton bag. They would save up for it or wait for a special occasion and actually use, because these bags would come back for repair, intend to use that bag to death. For the next 5 years, for the next 10 years, for the next 12 years. I have seen it. I have seen it all. And that always puzzled me just because I'm not that consumer. I am the bag rotator, which is advised by Louis Vuitton. Rotate your bags just like you rotate your tires, you rotate your shoes. I know some people don't agree with that. If you're that person that buys one bag and uses it to death, that is totally okay. I can understand that as well. If collecting bags is not your thing and you want to have one to use to death, by all means, because we all have different priorities with the way we spend. It's totally okay. It's not for us to judge like, oh my God, you're using the same bag. So for me, I rotate, and my rules with bags are different than with clothing. There's a common rule, I don't know who made it, that said, if one thing comes in, another thing has to leave. Or if a piece of clothing has been sitting in your closet for over a year and you haven't touched it, it's time for it to go. Now, with handbags, for example, I didn't use this bag for maybe, I don't know, 5 or 10 years. Suddenly, this Coach signature is a hot commodity. This Gucci bag I haven't used in over a year, but she is a vintage piece that I inherited from my mom's collection. Would I get rid of them just because I haven't touched them in the past year? No. Just like if you are a man who collects watches, you probably abide by the same exact rule. So, you know, different things, because I haven't used them to death, they are still usable to this day. And at this point, they are really keepsake pieces to me, which leads me to my point number 4 of these are pieces that actually now my daughter can enjoy. She loves my signature Coach bags, what the teenagers are wearing these days. The Gucci is something she would inherit. There are pieces that have legacy to them. This This Gucci Supreme material canvas is like not made this well anymore. And then there are some pieces like my Rebecca Mink cups that are more contemporary that if she uses great, if not, if I end up giving away in the future, that is totally fine too. So there are two parts to luxury fashion, and there's like the heritage piece and then there's the fast fashion, and there are so many bags that like fall anywhere in between. So if you buy a Louis Vuitton, for example, it doesn't mean you have to keep it forever and pass it along. You can sell it if you do whatever you guys want. There are no rules. Now, number 5, it is easy to judge women who have a large handbag collection. I often find myself doing it when I see an Instagram and a person with a closet full of Birkins. Like what, all kinds of stories go, what is going on? Now, I have found through the years my love of handbags has never been about flexing. Yes, at one point it was like, wouldn't it be great to have a YouTube channel where I can show off, acquire luxury goods and show it off? And that changed. It just went back to what I was before of like, can you just collect because you like them? In fact, I tend to find so many pieces that people would overlook and overlook and overlook. And then when I carry them, those are the pieces that get the most attention. They are not the social media popular ones. Why would anybody compliment a bag they've seen over and over? So I tend to find the ones that stand out and look a little different, or maybe from an era that you can never buy this bag again. And I love it when I get compliments because then I can share a little story about it. Like, hey, this Coach bag is older than you, or I've had this since 2005. Or even if I'm able to say, oh, I bought this at a milestone. It was a point in my career where I wanted to congratulate myself. Or this is the piece, this is my dream bag that I happened to find randomly one day at the secondhand store for a really good price. This is the bag everybody loves. You should absolutely get one. So for some people, they might like to brag about their collection or how much money they spent. For me, it's not about the flex. It's more about the fun and the storytelling and the conversation starting when you see these bags, or if I see another lady holding a fabulous handbag, I have to go tell her, and I'll go tell her, I love that. What is it? Where'd you get it? It looks good with your outfit. Just, have fun with it. It was never meant to be a piece to make somebody else jealous or feel some sort of way. Now, number 6 is the psychology of feng shui and good bag energy. First of all, I have a rule in my culture, and I've heard of other cultures having this, is do not put your handbag on the floor. If you put it on the floor, all the money will escape out of it. Now, with your handbag and your wallet, in some certain cultures that believe in feng shui, your wallet has to be a beautiful piece to preserve and protect and treat your money beautifully and treat it well. And the same thing with a handbag, the same thing with your house, your car, your vehicle. Treat it well, keep it in order, respect your money. Now, same with the storytelling. Number 7 is the fun factor, switching it up. I know like you don't want to be seen at the same event, like you don't want to be seen at this wedding and that wedding wearing the same dress, or the red carpet event with the same dress and blah, blah, blah. And I kind of got to the point of like, well, I'm going to have to wear the same black dress over and over. But you know what I can do is I can switch up the shoes and I can switch up the bag. And you can do this so many times that people will not notice if you're wearing the same dress. You can make one dress look totally daytime casual and switch up the accessories, and then you have a fun nighttime. You can do this with any of your outfits with switching up the accessories. You could choose to wear black, black, black one day, and the next day change it up and carry a yellow bag with your black, black, black outfit. Now, number 8 is I am a personal lover of materials. I look at the materials of my clothes, and especially handbags. When I find a bag that has amazing quality materials, okay, case in point, I just showed you some bags that are old, okay, and have lasted so long. And when people look at this bag, I'm like, here, feel her. Feel her. You feel how exquisite that leather is. And this is a vintage Marc Jacobs. She's just precious. When I see bags that are well made, I can't help but stop, and stare and admire and love on them like, ooh, do you get to come home with me today? And even something like the 𝐾𝐨𝐧'𝐭 signature canvas of like knowing how well that material holds up. So these are the things I particularly look for. Some bags that I strictly am against. Anything that is fake leather, vinyl, that brand 𝐬𝐫𝐞, it looks like leather. You might think it's a great deal. They are not going to survive the long run. Anything plastic will disintegrate over time, but cotton and leather just will not. They will not. Now, that doesn't mean that it has to be a luxury brand label. For example, the Bottega Veneta, everybody knows that weave, but I've seen that weave in leather and in plastic, but I've seen other brands copy that exact design, and over time, as you wear it, they're gonna look the same. Just make sure it's made with a good quality leather and not one that's too thin, not one that's too stiff, and not one that's plastic. Okay, number 9, I'm a bag hag. I love bags. I know bags. I love to know the history of the designers behind the bags. Coco Chanel, Salvatore Ferragamo, Balenciaga, even though the brand Balenciaga has nothing to do with the original designer and he did dresses, not bags. Anyways, I digress. Even the history behind Coach. Since I've been studying fashion since I was like 16, I just love some of the stories and the history and the details that are specific to certain brands, which you'll notice. Gucci has the horse bit. Vuitton has the monogram. Ferragamo also has a certain logo. Coach has certain elements that they use that no other brands have. So these, like, they just add a little bit of fun and history and appreciation for the bag. Let me remind everyone, you don't have to know the history of your bag to enjoy it. You don't have to be like, oh my God, I'm such the biggest fan of Louis Vuitton. I know everything. I know more than you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We are all bag lovers, whether it's Coach, Michael Kors, yes, I said it, Michael Kors, Tory Burch, Louis Vuitton, whether you got your bag from TJ Maxx, from the thrift store. I've even seen like videos of women fighting over hand-woven baskets from the thrift store because they're fabulous. We don't have to label it. We don't have to put a price tag on it. We can just love it, enjoy, collect, and look fabulous and share our love of handbags. Finally, let me know in the comments, are you a one bag hag? Are you a bag hag of many bags? And what is your reason for loving bags as much as I do? Now that I'm at the end of the video, I go live every week with my vintage handbag finds to keep updated with everything handbags, or even to buy, sell, or trade your handbags. Don't forget to sign up for the email list at @thehandbag.exchange to keep up with everything handbags. I thank you so much for being here and for being a subscriber. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and share this video with a friend. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.